Kirsten Russell today. Very exciting. I'm just going to ask a few questions about, your life right now, how things are going with your choreography career, and also your experiences with jump. So why don't we jump?
Ooh.
On in. Love a good time.
Love it.
Why don't we jump on in with the jump questions? So,
okay.
Kirsten,
yes.
What is your favorite thing about teaching at jump?
Oof. Favorite thing about teaching at jump is probably seeing all of the kids improve every single year. Getting to know them, making connections with them, and then seeing them come back next year like 100%, 180 flip, like completely just more open-minded and stronger, like all around.
So is that common for dancers to come back every year at jump?
Yes, very common. Yeah, we build relationships with them from like when they were juniors to like seniors. It's pretty common.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So that's really cool because you can see the dancer themselves evolve.
Yes.
Throughout the years.
Yes.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I used to compete here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, literally when I was training, all we knew was jump. All we knew was jump. Literally. I mean, and there were other conventions, but jump was definitely my favorite by far. Yeah.
And kind of piggybacking off of that, who are your biggest dance inspirations?
Ooh! How much time do we have? I definitely Wade Robson. I feel like he's like since I was little. Martha Nichols, she's actually my sister, which a lot of people don't really know, but I'm lucky enough to be sisters with Martha Nichols. Jason Parsons, Lauren Adams, Peter Chu, and then like more in like Europe, like Crystal Pite is like one of my and like there's so many, like other.
He's my favorite.
Yeah, like
I just saw Atlanta Ballet perform -16.
Ooh.
It's like
oh my gosh, yeah.
Ohad Nahari's stuff is otherworldly.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Do you think that your style, your choreographic style, reflects those inspirations?
Absolutely. Yeah. I feel like ever since I started training when I was like 10, and then I started becoming really interested in the way that people were choreographing. For example, Jason, I feel like was the first person that I really saw his choreography, and it was so physical back in the day. It was so intense, and I was like, I wonder how he made that up. Like, I wonder what that process was like.
Right.
So I think in turn, I kind of was like, ooh, that's like really interesting. And then, I found other people that were also training with me, but they were exploring with that as well. So I found that like super interesting and very influential. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So how would you describe your choreographic style?
I think that I tried to pave a way from contemporary to hip hop and just kind of see because I was always really not confident in hip hop at all, but I thought it was the coolest style. So I basically was just like, you know what, like I kind of want to find the medium between contemporary and like hip hop and kind of influence that. And a lot of people have that in their work, but I was just like, I kind of want to see if I can do it and kind of make myself a little bit more separated from that, but still like bridging the gap with musicality. That was, I think, the real key.
Your musicality.
Well, when I would just hear a song, I feel like I was like, I wonder if I could put an and count in there when there's no actual space in the song for an and count, which in turn kind of went to speed and quickness. I used to tap, and I was also very slow at picking up tap, but I found it so interesting. I was like, there's nothing happening in this music, but we're making the sound. Why can't we do that with our bodies too without sound there?
Right, okay, cool.
So then I kind of just started exploring with like what musicality could do with my body, how I can interpret that musicality to other people.
How long does it take to do 1/8 count for you? Like
choreographing it
and then teaching it. Because in an 8 count,
Yeah.
you do so much.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah. It's a love-hate relationship. I'm just kidding. I think for me to choreograph it really just depends on the music.
Right.
It honestly depends on like my response to the music. If I am kind of going with the flow and improvising, or if I'm stopping and listening to it for 24 hours before I even make any movement, it really just depends on the music.
Right.
But I feel like to make up a combo, it takes me a couple days to kind of like it, and then to teach it. I mean, it's very specific to jump. We only have about an hour sometimes with the kids per age group.
Right.
But if I were doing a piece, it's so hard to say like the time span, but it does take me a long time to like put together a whole entire piece. And I like it to be as clean as I possibly can make it before I, exit the situation, just so I can see clearly and so they can understand it in a clearer way. But yeah, time, wow.
The last time we spoke with you was around the ASA Ward.
Yeah.
When you did that fabulous piece.
Thank
one
you.
Of my favorite songs.
Oh my gosh, such a good song. Oh.
So crazy. How did that Capizio ASA Awards affect you?
I mean, it was kind of like it was one of those moments where overnight my whole life completely just changed.
Right.
So from a career standpoint, I got, I think hundreds of responses just because people liked it. And then I got to, travel all around teaching and choreographing and stuff like that. So while I was experimenting on these kids and kind of having to create different pieces every week, like multiple pieces every week. It's crazy. But I think the experimentation of that forced me to keep on hopefully changing and trying to also find my own style, because I really didn't have that much experience at all.
Right.
Less, maybe 2 years experience of experimenting. Not even choreography, experimenting.
Just trying new things.
Trying new things,
finding your voice.
Yeah.
What are some challenges you think you've overcome that have informed the person you are?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, maybe even injuries or
I was gonna say, actually, and the whole reason why I started choreographing is because I was injured. I had chronic plantar fasciitis for 3 years. I left school. You do too?
I do.
Oh my God, it's the worst. I left school because of it. I wasn't walking on it for a year. I had this whole little apparatus around my leg.
Wow.
It was crazy. But I choreographed my first piece with that. It was actually in the 2014 ASA Awards, which was a huge accomplishment for me because I choreographed it in a boot, and it was the first class I ever taught in my whole life. So I think it was really cool for me because the first piece I choreographed was in that boot, and I think that's the only reason why I would have started. So
it's all full circle.
It's all full circle.
You said you take class from jump teachers.
Yeah.
So why do you do that? I was like,
I do that because, Wade Robson's here, number one.
Hello.
I started crying when I found out that he was on jump faculty.
I did too.
You did?
I literally was like, ah.
I was in the middle of a restaurant. It was so embarrassing. It was very bad. But I used to take Andrew's class every weekend, and now that we have more people, we have a little bit more of a breather room to be able to experience other classes, which is so nice. Mm-hmm. So we welcome so many more people, so it's so cool. I take Akira's class, I take Wade's class, I take Mike's class. I'm trying to get back into Misha's class. I'm very nervous. I don't have my hip hop outfit yet. So I'm gonna get that figured out. Yeah. But I take Katie's class every weekend. I take Al. I pretty much take everybody. I do my best to try to take as many people as I possibly can. I need to keep my brain working. I need to allow my body to move in different ways so I don't get in this niche of only doing my stuff all the time. I mean, we have some of the best teachers here, so like I would be stupid not to take advantage of that while I can.
For sure.
Physically and mentally, I guess.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, Kirsten, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was so awesome.
For today, and I just appreciate you being a part of this.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Namaste.
I don't know. Namaste.
Like, how do we end it?